Someone believes you have no room to be as articulate as you are. How are you just so gusto and so unafraid of what the naysayers might say or what people very well say in your favor? And you just jump out there. You know, you're you don't do as you planned, you do as you feel right in your heart. Like practice listening to your heart again and again. Learn its language. So you have a lingo for your brain, for how you think, your logistics, and you have a lingo for your heart and etc. You have a lingo for all of your chakras. I see a lot of blue. I know that picture is blue, but my lighting in my window frame is blue, and it's a bright blue, and it's a deep, emotional, but vocal blue, and it's very pretty. You're going to move forward with an idea. You got a letter of approval. So you got people, I feel like that's people stamping their approval. So they're using their reputation to support you. They're sponsoring, that's the word, they're sponsoring you. And all you got to do is just say yes. Okay? Whether they asked you or you asked them, you could have ran an idea past someone, and you see how the Chariot, she got all this horsepower. That could represent what you can afford moving forward or what you'll soon afford, but that also represents your vehicle moving forward in faith. Like you could have turned your vehicle into a work vehicle, or you might write it off on your taxes or something like that. You also could have people behind you, like pushing you forward, supportive. And this is coming from her, what is that? Her gut. So that's her solar plexus. But it's red, so maybe the root chakra is backed by faith. Like how you ground yourself. You walk by faith and not by sight. You get ready to do a presentation. It could be a bank that you're doing a presentation for because you have a business. So you want a business loan, or you want to establish business credit, and you're going to get it. Even though you're going to shake their hand in the privacy of the office, they're going to still send what you agreed upon in the office in written form, your email, your letter form, your letterhead. This moment is the foundation for all future moments. Open your mind and receive each moment as a new and exciting possibility. Guys, you're daring to dream a little bit bigger. Dare to ask for a little more, not because everything should be bigger, because it should tell you where your limits are. You made a vision board for this. It's finally coming into fruition. Someone sees progress within a 4 to 6 month time frame, but within a year, you can set an intention, or you create a vision board of what you like and stuff, and you start to see it come into fruition within a year. That's pretty fast, because you don't try to force things to happen. It's like you may plan it, but you let it go. Like you're making the footsteps towards it. That's the part people forget. Like you write stuff down, or you have a journal or something like that, but you also got to take the methodical steps. Like you take the first step, God has the rest. That one simple decision you made turned your life around, even though your dream isn't possible right now, because you give it a chance to come true. That's what I mean. Like you may write a journal or write something down, a positive affirmation or something, that you don't even need to explain or justify what you know to be true in your heart. This is your life. So you always got people who are held back by fear. They definitely show where their limits are, because when you try to explain or justify your vision, people don't get it. But that's your vision. You get it. As long as you get it. You know, it's your life. It's your journey. And you are having fun through the process. And at least what's smart about you is you stop waiting for the perfect moment. The only time to start creating that thing that is meaningful for you is now. So you have a diluted type of confidence. I heard life is at your service. You're worthy of everything you desire. So you give life permission to create through you and become visible through your dreams. So you're a walking testimony. You heard that a million times, but you're a walking testimony. Like, people see you like a movie because you never dimmed to fit in. You never dimmed your light to fit in. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords of soul retrieval. All of what that means. If someone's proven to be deceptive, say one thing, do another, you call your energy back because they don't really want much. A dream journal. I told you. I heard Old Friend. If you ever heard that song by Phyllis Hyman, Old Friend. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. That is someone's energy right now. Because they're so taken aback by you or your friendship that they need to retreat. They got to remember to get rest. Now I'm making a vision board out of these cards. You catch my pattern. Where are you being called to journey to? You are led in a specific space, and it's starting to come into fruition as to why you're in that specific space. Because you're meant to speak with big name people who has that power to, or have that inspiration. I don't even think it's power, it's inspiration, because apparently you call your power back. Anybody can energy harvest off of you, and you called your power back. Because you aligned. Whatever is not aligned in your personal space, that needs to go. Now, in order for this to work, one must believe, or something like that. That's how I'm hearing it. One has to believe. You can be nervous, or just anxiety tends to overtake your creativity in the worst moments. You could be frustrated. Like, I want to say this and I want to say that. Oh, the Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. You work really good. You see, I told you, you with the right people now. And it works for you. And look what's on the bottom. You got the Empress on the bottom. I heard all about you. It's all about you. Right? So that's compatibility. Strong work ethic. Empress is in a league of her own. She holds her own. She's emotionally intelligent, passionate, driven, a nice plethora of all the masses combined together. You know how they say all the queens in a deck equal the Empress? Because she's valuable, she's witty, she's catchy, she's sharp, she's passionate, she's loving, she's the cat's meow. She would be the cat's meow of the whole deck, but if you play any of your queens right, they all can be the cat's meow. They just dominate something different, right? And this is a jack of all emotional intelligence. It's somebody who's been seen in real time in practice, that they can manage under pressure, that they have strong work ethic, and they get along with people. They're really good with people with this Two of Cups. That's compatibility. So you're in that room now. You're in a green room, just cutting up with old buddies from your childhood, or you're like children amongst each other. Y'all just cut up. Y'all just have a lot of fun. You don't have a lot of stress in life. Seven of Swords. These are the people watching you from television, who strategically spit on your name. What a buffoon they are. And you see how she's got makeup on? She's faking it to make it. Where you do it effortlessly, she's faking it to make it. She doesn't get along with people behind closed doors. She's really lazy behind closed doors. She does a cover-up. Maybe it's Maybelline. You see how she's hiding those tears? Back there, it's like a boat. can swim on the water of tears, the amount of tears that she disguised. You see what I'm saying? She might even do mirror manipulation, where she conjures up entities looking in the mirror. Glamour spell, beauty spell. There's a real jerk off behind the scenes. It's somebody who has no morals, ethics, and beliefs. This is also, in the way that this card is reading today, it doesn't always mean these things, because you can use strategy and wit for the good. This is a person who's hiding. This is a person who's dishonest. This is somebody who meant to spit on your name, and the only spit that's on your name is the tears and the power that they give you, because you went out there and did it. So what do you have to apologize for? You weren't afraid. You cut the cords. Now they have no oxygen. They have no life without you. They have no airflow, no electricity upstairs. They just a real Rumpelstiltskin. And look, you knew it too. You knew it a long time ago with the High Priestess. There's not much that gets past you. And now you're sitting there watching a parade from your balcony, or you're watching the people from your balcony celebrate you. Or you sit back and reflect like that. Somebody wants to make this dream come true for you. They see your vision and they want to make sure you have the residuals to go with that work ethic, because at least you're not afraid to do it. You're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to try. That's the Chariot, is the main energy centering this read is moving by faith and not by sight. It's like, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't even know if the people are going to like me. They probably throw tomatoes at me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Page of Wands. Oh, you got a saucy mouth. But this could be your introduction. What's the Michael Buffer? He's the promoter. You know, the person that introduced the fighters. And he's famous for the "Let's get ready to rumble." That's the Page of Wands. Okay. And then you got the Six. I knew I was going to see the Six of Cups. I'm not sure if I said that, but I knew I said it. Like children. You're going to be cutting up in the green room like children. And you got the Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. Well, the Six of Cups is going under that Two of Cups. And this is not walking away. Okay. Y'all, if you didn't know each other as children, you have a familiarity, like a soul's inspiration with each other, where you all either will make beautiful children together, or you cater to each other's inner child together. Like y'all believe anything is possible. That blind faith. You didn't know you could meet a person that's so much like that, like you were overcompensating in your past connections, and probably this person was too. But you get along with people so well, but then people at some point, you always led to call your power back. People stop getting along with you, and you're forced to call your power back. And you're not afraid to leave an experience that'll make you look old or make you age faster than what you need to be aging. Like you live in the moment. So it don't seem like there's anything to watch out for, because they're your enemies, your public enemies. Five of Swords going under the Eight of Pentacles. They're jealous. Every now and again you catch a whiff or a little bit of residue of someone sitting from the sidelines hating. You see the curse of the tongue? Someone is so jealous hearted about you with that red. You see the swords? Like this is a wicked, nasty spirited, nasty mouth. This person don't care what they say out their mouth. And they're trying to shit on your work ethic. And there's the three. I'm not surprised that I see the Three of Cups on the bottom going under the Empress. The social networking. That's my social networking card. But the Friends. Someone pays homage. They really look at you as something whimsical, something different, something unique. With that Three of Cups, it's like you got a nice army behind you. You got a strong support system. Like people pay a lot of homage to you. And I don't mean to make it sound like idol worship, because you can't control what people do, but you're very mysterious. And people take to your vibe. It's a very familiar vibe, or it's familiar. They know good spirits when they're vibing and vibing with one. So people think that their mouth can stop your work ethic. It's under the Eight of Pentacles. People work really hard to do them smear campaigns. Look, the Five of Pentacles flew out. You see how the guards is blocking. You see how these people look? They're being blocked. They're being cut out. You're not on the list. You don't have the person's number. You don't have the person's address. You don't have no way, no direct contact with the person. They sitting back drowning behind the scenes about it. Whatever they did wrong, it cost them big as it pertains to you. They're kicking their feet now. Remember the Temptations, the scene in the movie where Vanessa Bell Calloway was like the Elgins. She tried to nickname Otis Williams' group the Elgins, and he was like, "Ma'am, I'm Otis Williams, and this is my group." And she was like, "Well, I thought y'all wanted to make it." She persuaded him to take a chance with her, and she started booking him for gigs and stuff. And when she tried to get funny with them about the money, that's when he got smart with her. I mean, he just asked. All he did was ask a question. Like, she was like, "Well, what's with the third degree? Y'all don't trust me?" He was like, "No, it ain't like we don't trust you. We just try to educate ourselves on the business side of things. Like, yeah, this is our passion, but we want to be business savvy too with it too. Like, with all due respect to you." Like, he was never ungrateful to her. He just wasn't slow. And she's probably accustomed to doing the talking and the thinking for everybody, and she got pissed and was like, "Well, learn it on your own damn time. Y'all ain't my only group. I don't need you. Matter of fact, get out my car." He was like, "But that's our name right there." She was like, "It ain't your name neither. The car, the name, it all belongs to me. The songs too. You get on my nerves." And then she looked before she could look up and say, "I'm that bitch and nobody's gonna question me." He on national television singing "My Girl" with the Temptations. You see what I'm saying? And she was kicking her own. She slapped herself upside the head. Like, damn, I really fucked that up. You see what I'm saying? She fucked up a diamond in a rough. So that's what I see when I see the Five of Pentacles. I see the same people who tried to juck and jive you with the Seven of Swords and Five of Swords, and they try to juck and jive you. They don't have access to you anymore. Even if they're going to need more than a Wikipedia to get to you. I don't care what shows up on the Google engine. They're going to need more than that to get to you, because these are God's angels. More than just security officers or security blocking them from coming in. So what, you knew me as a child type thing. It was that type of energy where they didn't believe in you. They was laughing at you as a kid like you had something to be weird about. Like you're just too weird for humanity. Remind you, where's their humanity? You see what I'm saying? And they go, you're King of Cups. So you got love. You got somebody who is in support of you, so you don't have to feel like you're alone all the time. You don't always have to combat people all the time. Like, you fight a lot. Maybe this person fought a lot. I don't know. But what it feels like is somebody who's fair, reasonable. This could be your attorney, or somebody who just stands in justice with you. Fair and reasonable. Look, Ace of Swords on the bottom. That is true. That is true. This is your support system. Build in real time, in the making. I hear Beyonce. I just might be a Black Bill Gates in the making. You just might be a Black Bill Gates in the formation. Formation. That's what this is. And that the death of transformation is following the King of Cups. Is he coming to help you through something? You got the Four of Wands on the bottom. Someone knows who you are, or they know better as to what to do with you and what y'all going to do together. Like, you look at all your experiences with the death of transformation, on top of that Two of Cups and that Six of Cups. You look at all your past experiences and how it shaped your character today. How did that, you wonder sometimes. Like, it blows your mind sometimes how you ended up here. Oh shit. And then you go to Queen of Cups. I'm sorry for cussing, but the Queen of Cups. You get hate all the time. That's how you know you're doing something right. So this King and Queen of Cups, with the death of transformation in between them, you already have the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups. The Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands. Ace of Swords is clarity. That's an opportunity. That's a yes. That's a truth. Yes, this person is here with you, and both of you can make beds rock. I don't say that in a nasty way. I mean, you could, but I say that in a way where you can create something out of nothing. With this Five of Pentacles, it's like I can shape my life. I can draw my canvas the way I want to draw my canvas. This person sees you as top dog, like they're top dog. I think this person hit a plateau with, I don't know, they felt like they're good with partnerships. They're very strong in that way, but they didn't always have the right partner. You're strong in partnerships, and it didn't always work that way with you neither. So now you cross each other's path. It's like, are you too burnt out? You ain't, before you can think about whether you're too burnt out to deal with this shit, it already happened. It's already happening in real time. Because you got celebratory energy over here. You got graduations. You got weddings. It's nothing but parties moving forward. And these are aristocrats. Other aristocratic people that's coming to party with you. Yes, I said that. I said that, and here's the Six of Wands to double down on it. And the Lovers to double down on it. And the Two of Swords. Y'all brought two different ideas and met in the middle. Sometimes this could be an argument, but y'all met in the middle with two different ideologies and met somewhere in the middle. Y'all could be more different, but more right for each other. Y'all probably exactly alike. Y'all probably is. And the Strength. Don't she look like Ursula the Sea Witch? But in this case, this is about strength, possession. Yeah, this person y'all might love each other so hard that it might overstimulate you at times, where you may need to take a nap. I don't want to say take a break, but take a nap, because this motherfucker is strong-willed about you. You got Six of Wands and the Strength here. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of passion. And the Four of Wands, that is a lot of passion. Okay, but you have balance. You got the Temperance on the bottom too. So that's a plethora of street smarts and spiritual ranking. So you got a lot of credibility. Both of you have a lot of credibility, and you could be a dream come true to each other. You can feel like you're on a euphoria with each other. With the Seven of Cups, you can feel like this vibe creates a natural high for both of you. And as much of a loner as both of you are, and I say that in a way where you're self-reliant, you independent. You see what I'm saying? Like it's so many layers to the experience you have with each other. Even that split the deck again. You got the Ten of Cups. End all be all. And the Tower's behind that. With the Temperance. You want to keep it? Because it's true. I see the scene in The Godfather where it's the second one, because they're going back in time when the dad was young. When he came over to New York, he came to America from Sicily. This man watched the Godfather of overseas in Italy or Sicily take his brother down and take his mother down, because his mother tried to protect him and try to stop the man from attacking her family. And when he said no, he undermined her. She took a Purim and said, "Run, Anthony, run." You see what I'm saying? That's the dad when he was young, and he watched that man take his mother down. He never forgot that. He came over. He took that idea. They smuggled him. They protected him. They said, "You got an angel with you," and they smuggled him. They took him to New York. They put him on a boat to New York. He's an orphan. He has no family. He knows his whole family dead. His dad, his mom, and his brother. So it's just him now. And he came overseas at 9 years old. You see what I'm saying? And then it goes back and forth. Like it goes back in time when his dad was young, and then it goes into the present where Michael Corleone is more seasoned into his role as the Godfather in the second one. And his son is named after his dad. His son named Anthony too. I say all that to say, the scene when they went back in time where Fredo was a baby and Fredo was sick, it gave me that visual. So I don't know if you're going to go on to have children, or something like that. Like he wasn't where he wanted to be yet. He was just working for pennies at that time when Fredo was a baby. That's at that pivotal point in his life, he was like 25, 26, something like that. He was young. And he started meeting his soul tribe. He met Clemenza first, because Clemenza told him to hide his weapons, because he got in trouble with something. He said, I'll be back in a week to get him. He didn't know this man from nowhere. And then he asked him, he said, did you take a look in the bag? He said, no, I'm not interested in things that don't concern me. So off the rip, that's integrity. That's you meeting your soul tribe, somebody you know you can trust, that's loyal. And later on in the movie, in the first movie, you see that he had two best friends. He had Tesla and Clemenza. And Tesla turned on him because Barzini was squeezing on their pockets. They couldn't earn no money, so he went with the smart move. He went with where the money was. And Michael didn't forget that neither. First of all, you traded on my dad to the enemy that tried to take my family down. You're going down with them. So that's that element of loyalty, that element of dark psychology is here, is what I'm saying. Is what I'm seeing. Especially with this Five of Cups. It's like, it's so sad to grow up with people that was most loyal to you at one time. So as long as it's benefiting them, they was loyal to you with a price. So sometimes you're going to learn that sometimes people will make a different decision. They will name a price instead of just being integral. Because the dad could have turned on Clemenza and turned it into the police or something like that. He didn't do that. So what I'm seeing is they actually built an olive oil business together, him and his two best friends. So and then there was I'm skipping a part, because the Black Hand was the one pressing on his own people when his dad was young. So sometimes the leaders be haters, and sometimes the leaders are not haters. Obviously, Don Corleone was not a hater, but the person he had to take down was pressing on all his own people. He was extorting all the Italians, because the Italian immigrants, because they had nobody else to turn to. You see what I'm saying? Some of them was probably there illegally. Many of them probably was. And he was pressing on, he was taxing them too much. And long story short, Don Corleone took them down. He took them down. And then he became notorious for justice. Like, he was a fair, reasonable man. That's what I see with the King of Cups, as well as the Five of Cups. Like, he'll always listen to reason. This is somebody who you can trust, that won't turn on you, but he's not a pushover neither. You couldn't turn on him and not have consequences, because Don Corleone told Michael, whoever comes to you with this Barzini business is a traitor. Don't forget that. If they come into you with the nonsense of the opposing party, they traded on you. I don't care how nice they package what they want to say. So this is somebody who got a lot of street savvy, and it's somebody who's going to always make sure you're safe to the best of their ability. Oh, people are going to be real jealous and real sad too. This is melancholy with the Five of Cups, but I don't read it as melancholy in this message. I read it as empathy and compassion. Is that it? I think that's it. Six of Swords. There you go. There go my wild card. Your aristocrats. Your soul tribe. Y'all all alike. End all, be all. Six of Swords. What else? Nine of Pentacles. All of you bring a different mass to the conglomerate that's going to make you more successful. And the Sun. You might have children to come out of this as well, but you birth a lot of creativity. You have a lot of creativity, so you might birth more than just some children. You're going to birth some businesses too. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might end up with 5 kids if you're not pregnant with them all at the same time. You may have 5 kids in addition to it, to what you create. And Queen of Swords. See, I love your point of view, because you don't hold no punches. You're a straight chaser. You cut through the nonsense. You're not so much a person who is just a pretty face. There's a very eloquent reptilian maniac. I don't know why I want to say maniac, but if they want to take it there, you can go there. You're not just a pretty face. You're like Laura Kraft or something. I don't know. Or Salt. Salt was Angelina Jolie. She was gorgeous, but she wasn't nothing nice in that movie, especially when they took her husband down. She turned more savage. So that might, you might fit the bill with this person a lot. He's often misunderstood. You're often misunderstood. You could be a little eccentric. You got to be eccentric to have the wild card, to be aristocratic like that. Okay. It's going to be a point where you may have to do your pregnancy while you're working, but you can hold your own. So even if you were like you as a pregnant woman, what I see with this is you don't have to slow down. You may travel for work while you're pregnant. You may have to travel without your person at times while you're pregnant because you got something big going, just like they got something big going. But y'all all eat together, like y'all make money together. Those your real friends make money with you, and you still may work all the way up to you're 9 months pregnant. You see people do it all the time, right? Like if they got a check on it, I'm gonna go get that shit. That's what the Queen of Swords tells me with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and you may travel far places. Maybe you got a nurse with you or something. But that's the Queen of Swords. He's super intuitive too with that purple. And the Nine of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. Well, God bless you. Because you worked, it seemed like you put a lot of work into having your life set a certain way. And now you're blessed enough to have people to come with you who are sharp like you. And quick on their feet like you. And could spot an enemy like you. Sometimes they be hidden. But I just see intuition and that pretty blue. That's the blue I was talking about. The different abstracts of blue. The Tower and the Ten of Cups is like, this blew your mind. This really blew your mind into another dimension. Like you're blown away that this is actually working, and it's true. Like you could be a little anxious. It could create like overstimulation. Like I said, you could be a little anxious that it's actually working, and you're shocked. You're blown away by the results, like Rish Chef Kiss type of thing. Yeah, you see that? I ain't even noticed the Ace of Cups is on the bottom. Yes, you are. You got a fair chance to create the canvas that you want to, and you got a backbone on top of your backbone. Maybe some boning too, some squonkus, I don't know. Whatever you like. But that's what I have for you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time.